What's going on, Jab Jab Talk Nation? It's your boy Ozeal back behind the MIC, and Jab Jab Talk is the place to be. Welcome, 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 welcome. This is your first time stumbling upon this YouTube channel. I just want to definitely welcome you to Jab Jab Talk. This is a dope spot where you're going to get boxing content, a lot of commentary, predictions, post-reaction videos, and a great diverse community of no haters. We may disagree every now and then. It happens. But this is a great community, a boxing community of super boxing fans. All right. So without further ado, let me jump right into it. It's been a minute, y'all. It's been a minute. I know since I've recorded a video, but I'm excited to be able to just record this. I feel like rightfully so because tomorrow is going to be a big fight, and I could not go into this weekend without talking about arguably one of the biggest fights of the year going down tomorrow, Saturday, May 18th. Who is the king of the heavyweights, may I ask? Comment down below. Listen, I just watched the official weigh-in about a couple hours ago. Let me just talk about that. Let me just talk about that for just a tad bit, okay? If you saw the weigh-in, let me know. Comment down below. What are your thoughts? And if you catch the replay, make sure that you, let me know what you thought of the weigh-in. Because listen, if that weigh-in did not move you, did not hype you up, did not say boxing is alive and well. Boxing is alive and well. MMA, you're doing your thing, and all these other bare knuckle whatever. Everybody's doing their own thing. I get all the hand-to-hand combat sports, but nothing will ever be greater than the gentleman's sport. Can I get an amen? Can I get an amen? This is the sweet science. This is the greatest sport on earth. That's the reason why I was inspired. For many years, I've been watching it on YouTube and watching boxing for many years. Growing up, being an amateur boxer myself, getting in, doing all that, but just being passionate about this sport was like the reason why I wanted to start this YouTube channel. And I'm glad I did, y'all, because we have 200 plus subscribers, going strong, growing. And I'm like, I just had a moment when I was watching the weigh-in. I'm like, man, I am so happy that I'm able to get behind the mic, get in front of a camera, and just share it with our community, because this is a great time to be able to share our passion for boxing, y'all. I digress. All right, let me talk about this weigh-in. That thing hyped me up. It made me realize why I love boxing. It made me realize that this sport isn't going anywhere. Shout out to the Saudis. All right, His Excellency. Listen, when I watched that weigh-in, when I watched that whole weigh-in conference, the whole thing from the beginning to end, that's how it's done. America, take notes. Like, I know, like, we see that when we have big fights. Canelo is like the big major attraction, right? I will say he is the face of boxing, because when he does it big. There's the fireworks, and it's big. I get it. It's Las Vegas, it's big. When he fought in Mexico, it's huge. But the Saudis, the way they did it, that's the way all the mega fights should be. All the mega fights. I mean, that was the real deal. That's what you call a spectacle. That's a spectacle, ladies and gents. So I was hyped. I mean, the way they built it up, the production, the everything, the graphics, all the production. I mean, everything from the promos to the audio to it was just on point. And I'm just like, man, and then to the weigh-in, and it just the whenever their grand entrance coming into it, it was just like it was just amazing. It was amazing. It was something to see. Like, that's how you do it. So shout out Saudi Arabia for amplifying I'm gonna use that word, amplifying boxing to a whole different level. That was freaking amazing. All right, I feel like I've good 5 minutes of me just talking about how much I love boxing and how the Saudis are doing it right. So shout out to Saudi Arabia, man. That way, Jesus. All right, let me get back to it. All right, so let's talk about the fight, y'all. Tyson Fury, 34-0, one draw, 24 knockouts from Manchester, England, going up against Usyk. Usyk, who is the man, 21-0, 14 knockouts, age 37. We all know that Usyk is the undisputed cruiserweight champion, dominated, went up to heavyweight, dared to be great, beat, which was, he was the hot heavyweight at the time, Anthony Joshua. Not beat him once, beat him twice. He beat him twice in the rematch, hands down, and proves that he beat a big, muscular, top of the heavy boxing champion in Joshua. And easy work for Usyk. So now we're gonna see him against the Gypsy King himself, the man Tyson Fury, which is arguably one of the most entertaining heavyweights of all time, I gotta say. Very, very entertaining. I mean, we saw Muhammad Ali, shout out, RIP to the great. But man, Fury is very entertaining, great skills. You know, we saw what he did to Deontay Wilder. He beat him down twice. Dillian White, I mean, Derek Chisora. I mean, his last one was a bit, you know, everybody, he fought the former UFC champ Francis. That was an interesting fight, but I felt like he wasn't ready for that one. I felt like I think he underestimated is the word. There you go. I can't talk. Underestimated that fight, and we saw what happened. But he got the victory, and now we're gonna go see him against Usyk, which is a fight that we've been waiting for a long time. All right, so let me dive into this. I mean, look, this is we gotta appreciate this fight, boxing fans. We gotta appreciate that. I mean, it doesn't happen so often. You know, we know that heavyweight fights have always been, highlights, the top fights in boxing history, from Joe Frazier and Foreman in Ali days to Mike Tyson onward. I mean, Lennox Lewis, Evander Holyfield, you go on and on and on and on. Witherspoon and Razor Ruddock, and I mean, come on. I mean, we can go on and on and on of all the some of the top dogs in the heavyweight division. And then, we saw Wilder and then Andy Ruiz and Anthony Joshua. So we had some sparks in the heavyweight division. And there's some up and comers that are going to be, Frank Sanchez is coming up, and there's a few others that are making some noise. So it's exciting. It's a good, again, great time to be a boxing fan. And I feel like the heavyweight division is going to get really interesting, and it's about to get real, and it's about to crown an undisputed heavyweight champion, which we haven't had in quite some time. So who is the king in the heavyweight division? We have a case where we have the little big man fighting the big man. I mean, Fury, I believe he's 6'9". I think he weighed in at 263. I don't have all the stats. I think Usyk was at about 230 something. They both look great. They both look like they're in shape. I think that Fury is right there where he's lean, mean, and has that weight on him that's healthy, and it allows him to be mobile yet still push that body on Usyk. Usyk, I feel, came a little bit heavier than usual, but I feel like he needed a little bit of some body fat. He needed a little bit, some weight to be able to carry and fight against the big dog, the Gypsy King. What's my prediction? This fight, both undefeated. Man, I'm excited, y'all. I'm really, really looking forward to the fight. This was a fight that whenever they announced it, I was excited. And then I just haven't really been paying attention to the buildup. But I mean, I've been watching the weigh-in and everything this past week, and I'm like, this fight, and I just saw the weigh-in. I'm like, this fight right here, fireworks, fireworks, fireworks. All right. So what this fight's gonna be 50-50. All right. Let me backtrack. I think it's only 50-50 because of the way Fury looked last time. But this is a different Fury. This is a different Fury. I think this Fury he's ready. He knows that this is his for undisputed. I mean, there's a lot of chips on the table, y'all. And I feel like this is going to be the best Fury that we have seen in quite some time since the Wilder fight. So this is going to be a really tough fight for both men. They both can box, which makes this fight interesting. And again, it's a big little man versus a big man. Literally, because man, huge. So what do I think? I feel like in the beginning it's going to be a chess match. I think we're going to have some exciting rounds from both fighters. I think we're going to see Usyk start strong and try to, make it really interesting, go into the body. I think both of them, the jab and is going to be key for both of them. But I think Usyk his thing is going to be just try to box, try to get in and chop the big man down, but use his feet to kind of get away from Tyson, and then really try to outbox him for a good, first half of the fight. I think that's going to be key for Usyk to win. Again, it's Fury at that weighing at that 260 pound, and I'm pretty sure he'll be a little bit bigger, but I think that he cut that weight so he can have that mobility to move around. I think to box and use the ring because he knows that Usyk will be boxing. Man, this is a tough fight to call. I don't know. I mean, I can make arguments for both. I don't want to give a complete in-depth boxing analysis. I can, but I'll just say this. It's going to be a hell of a fight. I'm excited, and we're in for a treat, boxing fans. Jab, Jab, Talk Nation, we're in for a treat. I think I think it'll be decided towards the end. I think it's going to go 12 rounds. I don't see a knockout. And all right, so I'll share with you. I like Usyk. I would love to see Usyk become undisputed. That's my take. However, I will say that again, if we look at the history, the good big man always beats the good little man. So I do feel that it was 50-50, but the way Fury looks right now, he looks sharp. Did you see that face off? Boy, Fury just like, come on. Yesterday we saw it and he didn't face him. Usyk wanted to get the face off. He was intense, but Fury didn't give it to him. And then today, Fury gave it to him. And as a matter of fact, kind of pushed him and he's game time. He's game time. He's ready to fight. So all that to say that I do believe instead of a 50-50 fight, I do feel like it's a 60-40. I'm going to swing towards Fury simply because of the size. I think that he's at that right sweet spot of size to box, to bully him a bit, and win a unanimous decision, a close but unanimous decision. That is my take. But I like Usyk. I really like the man. I really do. I mean, if I was again, I'm being objective. See, a lot of people be like, oh, fanboy. No, it's not a fanboy. Because if it's a fanboy, I would go for Usyk all day. I like Usyk. I like the man. I think he's courageous, daring to be great, very, very talented. And I mean, look what he did against Anthony Joshua. And I like the fact that he's afraid to go against the big dogs. I mean, he's going to fight the toughest, biggest opponent yet. So I like Usyk. I like those type of fighters. So I would like to say Usyk, but I do feel when it comes down to this going up against a big dog like Fury, and if Fury's on point and he's looking good right now and he does his thing, I do see him winning the fight. Possibly stopping him in the later rounds. Possibly. So I don't know. It's a tough one. Again, let me know in the comment section down below. Those are my thoughts on the fight. I do feel it's going to be close, but I think Fury, after seeing the weigh-in, I think that was the I was waiting for what how he would look like in the weigh-in, and I do feel like he has the edge going into this fight. So I have to say that Fury will take this fight, but I can't wait. And if Usyk wins, I'm not mad. I will be happy because I think that Usyk is great for the sport, and I think he's an amazing fighter. And a lot of big fights, y'all. A lot of big fights to be made in that division. A lot of up and comers. So anyhow, guys, that is it. Let me know in the comment section down below, who do you think will be the king of the heavyweights? What do you think of the weigh-in? And again, Saudi Arabia, man, y'all doing it big, man. Shout out to His Excellency, and of course Saudi Arabia for doing it big and for showing love to this sport that we all love called legitimate sport, boxing, sweet science. Let's go. Thanks again, y'all. I'm out. Peace. Enjoy the fight.